Okay, hello everyone. If you are watching this video, then it means that you decided to open the escape room and you are trying to find some information, where to start, what to do, and so on. So, yeah. Oops, sorry. Uh, have a duplicate translation here to read the chat of our participants. So, and I hope this video will be useful for you. It's some kind of a common theme for us today, how to choose a franchise and builders for the escape room. So exactly to answer the question from where to start. So first of all, what is this video will consist of, who we are. So I'll tell you a little bit about our company, why am I here, and telling you something which might be useful and you're not sure about that. And then I'll tell you how to choose a franchise and should you choose a franchise as it is. Next, it will be how to choose builders, contractors for building your escape room. Then it will be some kind of common talk offer from our company. And if there will be any questions at the end of the webinar, I will answer them. So yeah, we have some kind of a limit with time, so this webinar should be not more than 1 hour. So, but still, that is such a common theme. But the question, the number of questions and answers here, the discussion is so big that it is unreal to tell everything about that. So I will tell just a few moments where to start, and after that you can mail me on the contacts you can see at the bottom of this slide. You can text me on WhatsApp or just leave a request on our website, and we'll have a talk, and maybe I'll tell you more and answer your exact questions about your city, your country, because experience in um, different parts of the world is so different. So yeah, let's start. First of all, who we are. We are the Time Cost Lab company. So I hope you got to this page. So it means that you might be find some kind of info about us. But still, if no, we are already 4 years on the market. We started from our own escape rooms, and now we are with a service company which helps other escape room owners to build escape rooms, to make props, puzzles, write scenarios, make promotions. Actually, in some projects we did that. We are giving the consultations. Most of them are free. Just for our partners. So if you're our partner, I'm free to talk to you like anytime and give an advice, because we had a lot of projects in that business of escape rooms. So yeah, we participated in more than 200 projects, as you can see, in more than 100 cities, 22 countries right now. So South America, North America, Europe, Asia, a lot of only not in Africa, and actually there is got to be a point in Australia also, because I remember we've sent there some few puzzles. So yeah, mostly on 1, 2, 3, 4 continents. So and as I told you before, we have our own escape rooms. So I'm talking not just as a service company. I'm talking that I have this business on my own, and actually I worked as a game master from the start. Then I was some kind of manager who was ruling all the business processes and game master work. So, and now I'm just as an owner, just coming to my business, take the money from the safe, and that's all what I do, because all the business processes are automatically working right now. So yeah, this is who we are, and this is why we have, I should say, some experience in that field, and we might share it with you. So that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, so first of all, our theme is how to choose a franchise and builder. So mostly it is for those of you who just get an idea to start the business of escape rooms, or searching the how to start it. So you just starting your business. So and commonly the purpose of business is making money. I think so. It's like, in my opinion, usually. Of course, if you are an, I don't know, you might be an artist and your goal to build a best escape room just to make it like beautiful, and it will be an art project in your city, and you don't care about the earning money. You might say that, so all the advices then are not useful for you. But still, if you want to earn money, and if you're making business to make it a business, these advices will be useful for you. So yeah, that's the first idea. What are you making business for? You just need to understand that. And as you can start at the moment of this start of doing the business, you have a lot of questions. Like, I don't know, like common of them: how to build a wall, how to choose the wallpapers, how to hire the employees, how to write a scenario if we are talking about escape room business, how to where to buy, I don't know, some stuff, water for the office and something like that. So a lot of questions. We're just out how to make everything in law and something like that. But these are really important questions for sure. But from the start, you should ask yourself and try to find the answers for two main questions. First is where will you get the clients? And the second one, how will you make them happy? So if you have an idea to answer these questions, then you might get a success. If not, think about that. So, and as you can see, these two questions are actually leading to the theme of our today's webinar. So, first question: where will I get clients? It's really close to choosing the franchise. I'll tell you right now how. And how will I make clients happy? So your clients will be happy if you have a high quality escape room, and you will have a high quality escape room if you will choose the best contractors for your project. So this is exactly, these questions are about our today's theme. So the first question, actually not how to choose a franchise, but what is franchise for? So as I told you before, it is connected with the first question: where will I get clients? So first of all, think that yeah, what the franchise might give to you. There, on all the websites of these escape room franchises, you will find that they're giving you a lot of materials. They'll give you the website, a lot of experience in that field, some instructions, scripts, so all that stuff. But think about that in the way of how will they help you to get the customers. So, and for example, really easy, everybody knows I don't know, Starbucks, McDonald's, so in every part of the world, I'm sure. So if you're opening the Starbucks in any city, like I don't know, for example, in Russia, you don't know, might not know a small city, any of that. But if you're opening the Starbucks, everybody knows that. So this is a brand which is already known all over the world. So after just opening the doors of this new coffee shop in this city, there will be a flow of the customers because everybody knows about that brand. If we are talking about our field, about the business of escape rooms, for example, I know a big franchise brand. a lot of them. Like for example, the international one, Hunter Escape, for example. And if I will try to open a Hunter Escape in my city in Russia, for example, that will be completely nothing because nobody knows what is the Hunter Escape in Russia. And such a situation not just about the international company. Uh, you might find some closer company which might not known in your exact city. So, in my opinion, my experience showed me that choosing the franchise is better. That you have to be sure that it will get the clients to your exact project, to your location. But if it is not such as a Starbucks or McDonald's, so it is a brand which is really famous in New York, for example, but you are in Ohio somewhere, and nobody in Ohio don't know this company from New York. Still, it has like 10 escape rooms there, but it won't be successful for you because nobody knows it in Ohio. So in that case, there is no sense to buy this franchise. Um, so yeah, that's what I wanted to. No, for example, I will tell you like my exact situation. We are living in the city, which is 2 millions of people, and we are living in a such I have to say district. I don't know, like we are like 30 kilometers from the center of the city, so some kind of far. And in our small little, I should say, town, we have just 100,000 people, so like 20 times less. And when we decided to open the escape rooms here in our campus, so we have some kind of student town, we thought about not just our students and all that people which are living in our small town, these 1,000 people, 100,000 people, but we were thinking how to get the customers from our big city, from the center, these 2 millions, to come to our place. So in that case, we were thinking to find a franchise, which is now some kind of strong in our city, and to get their clients to our place. So that's how it works. Yeah, I was going to tell you that a little bit before. Why am I talking about the franchise and all that stuff? Because we by ourselves bought a franchise, so we know about that, and we as a service company, we discussed and have a lot of partnerships with different companies, and we know what are they providing, how they help their customers, and all that stuff. So the most important thing that franchise might do for you is to bring the clients, customers. If they're not doing that, not either any materials, instruction scripts, and all that stuff will not help you. Just believe me for sure. So, how to choose a franchise? First of all, explore the market of your city. So, explore means like make some kind of little research, take all the companies. So, that example about our own experience, our own city, should tell you that you have to look at all the companies you have around you. Because if they are already working, they have some they should have some clients, so that and actually these companies have to be with really good escape rooms. So if they already have a clients and you are finding a way to cooperate with them to make a partnership, you might get just all this client base which they already had, so the players that visited their games already, like I don't know, thousands of people. They will give you this client base, and you just send in a simple mail that this company opening the new escape room, and all that client base will get this mail and they will come to your escape room. So That is the conclusion from that example. So, first of all, you have to explore the market of your city. So, if you're living in San Francisco, it is not really good idea to explore the companies of the escape rooms in New York. So, because they won't help you. If they're not such a big brand which is known all over the US, for example. So you're taking just simple, I don't know, Googling all the escape rooms which you have in your city. And try to find their websites, try to find their booking, the TripAdvisor, try to count. So you need concrete numbers. Try to count how many feedbacks they have on TripAdvisor. So try to count how many clients, customers they have like each month. So and take the best, I don't know, 5 or 10 companies which you like, and also don't forget about the quality of their of that company, quality of their games and so on. So because it is not a good idea to make a partnership with bad escape room games, because the feedback is the most important part in the entertainment business. Because if I like something, I will tell my friends, so they will come to visit this game also. If I don't like it, so nobody will came, because I will clients just stopping this free advertising. So you're finding the best high quality companies of the escape rooms in your city, and trying to find between them the best with most games in a week or in a month. So if you cannot count their booking, I don't know, you might have a, this is a business. So on our previous slide we were talking about that business is to earning money, is a story about earning money. So I don't know, you might there is a lot of different cases how to count clients and all that stuff, how to count bills. So yeah, try to make, this is a some kind of a cool goal, to make a research of this market of your exact own city. Okay, after you choose to, after you chose the best 5 companies of the escape rooms in your city, you should I don't know, leave requests for the franchise that you liked, so between them. So, and here are just a few questions that you should ask from these companies. So you can just print screen these questions. Yeah, and ask them like as many as you can. Like, I want to open escape room, where to start, what to do, and listen how they will give you information. If they're not giving you info and just trying to sell you scenario, or try to, I don't know, go through to some kind of a contract, or try to tell you about some kind of materials, these marketing materials, you should, okay, for example, they're telling you, we'll give you materials. What kind of materials? Or they are telling you, we'll give you support on every step of starting business. Okay, ask them, what is the steps? What is the exact support they are taking? They are telling the first step, we will, I don't know, help you to find the place for your business. Okay, how will you do that? And so on. So try to get concrete cases, how they might help you, and what's their as they're useful for you or not. Yeah. So these are just common questions. How much will I earn? I think that's you can understand why am I saying that. So what will you give me? and also after the opening. This is the story about, a lot of companies in that kind of our business are taking to buy a franchise. You have to pay like the first. Oh, I don't remember this exact word. Like you have to make a first big payment to buy a brand, and after that you have to pay. It calls royalty every month. So if there is such a scheme, think about that, and the exact thing you should ask from these guys. What am I paying this for? So what is this royalty? Where it goes? I mean, like if they're already give you a brand, why should you just pay them percent like every month? Because if they will give you no support after that, it doesn't worth it. So because this royalty, I don't know, it should goes to the making new marketing research and materials, to make new advertising for all the company in common, or to make your website of the company better, and so on. So if you understand that this royalty will go to useful things, then it's okay. If they will tell you that it is just our rule, then you, for sure, you could say, okay, thank you, bye bye. I don't like your rule. Um, yes, the fourth point. Ask for the contacts for the partners which they already have. So and ask them exactly the same questions which you asked this company. So and be prepared that they will give you the contacts of their like best partners, which they in love in, and so yeah, they will give you a good feedback. But still, it is a good option to ask the same question and to see it from different parts, or also from that contact, from that partner. You could ask, do you have any more contacts and feedbacks about this company? And maybe in this way found a partner who is not such happy for buying this franchise, and he will tell you why. Maybe that is because I think in every situation, in every business, there might be a situation that some client, some customer is not happy about that, and he has his own points, like because he wanted something else. So, and he will tell you just from other side why he thinks about that in a bad day. Okay, so. And the last point is not a positive point, but still termination of an agreement. So it is not about the first conversation. Like, yeah, if someone will meet me and during the meeting will ask me first, how will we end our partnership? I will be confused a little bit. But still, you're making business, and after a while, in some discussions, you have to ask what might be the situation if you will decide to end the partnership, because unfortunately we've met such a situations. We saw some kind of these cases. Then franchises was not happy about the company. They just did not give, and they just didn't do all the points that they have to for this franchisee. So he was not happy, and he just decided to end the partnership. So you have to ask before, like, what will be the procedure of this case. So yeah, because we have to be prepared to different situations. And yeah, the last thing, maximum of questions and be more specific. As I told you at the beginning, if you are asking, what will you help me to do? Where will we start? What will be the steps? What is your support? What do you mean by your support? Will you call me or will you mail me? what will be your mail address, and so on. So just be really concrete and ask as many as you can. Okay, too much talking on that. So um, this is exactly what I've already said. So call the people who already bought this franchise. Yeah, or better, visit them. So if you're buying a brand of like such a big company and it has escape rooms around the country, so why not to visit other city and just visit and see what's the quality of these escape rooms, what's the quality, not just the games, what's the quality of business processes, how the game master works, how the reception area constructed. I don't know, because all that stuff actually franchise company might help to do better. I don't know, give the design projects of reception area, give the instructions for game masters, so all that stuff that I told you at the beginning, that it is not such a important part. No, it is very important, but I was telling about the priority. So the first about the clients, and then all these package that they should still give to you. So and to understand what is the quality of this package and the support of the franchise company, you could visit their partners and see what it came as a final product. So yeah, the same questions for these partners. Are you happy what you bought? How long? And also ask them why did they choose this exact company. So disadvantages, what did you get? How much do you earn? That's the question about the money. Okay, and finally, after you compare these companies, these brands, just make a table for yourself and so write in different columns what they give to you. So like franchise number one, number two. So these packages, yeah, what they consist of. So then goes pluses, minuses of these companies, and so yeah, how much this franchise cost. Do you remember I told you about first you have to explore your own city. So here's some kind of small life hack. Um, you could find between the big brands first, but maybe if your city like is not too big, or in some kind of other different cases, there is a good way of partnership. Actually, we found it that to cooperate with the cool escape room of your exact city, and actually. This should be also a really good company with a really good escape rooms, but like they're just made it by themselves. They invest a lot of money in that. They love this business. They just started, so they are not the part of a big franchise, big company. So, but still, they have a good escape rooms. They are already started, and you can came to them and you can come and you might say that I'm building the escape rooms. This is my quality. I'm doing that. I love your escape rooms. Let's make a partnership. So and you can find different ways. So maybe you can pay them something. Maybe you can find some other ways, like let's make the commercials advertising together, and we'll get more clients. There are a lot of ways to cooperate together, but still there is one goal for you, that this company already have good escape rooms and they have their client base. So if you find a way to cooperate and to give something to that company, because there's have to be win-win, so they will give you their already client base, which is existed, and it is the most valuable thing and the most easiest like way to get the customers and clients. To write someone who already did in your escape room that you're opening the new one. So and if you're doing that, um, this is a really good day to start. Actually, I should say that our company did something like that because we bought a franchise. Uh, yeah, I might call that. So at the beginning of starting escape room business in our country. So and we had, I don't know, like a few escape rooms. Like there were 4 or 5 escape rooms in our city at that moment. And one company had 2, and other had 3 just by one. And these 2 was really good, and we saw their potential, and we at that point we were thinking to buy this big brand from other city, or to cooperate with these guys, which is like a small for now. So they had just 2 cities and a few escape rooms, but have a good potential and already have a big client base for. It was like the beginning, and they worked for 3 or 4 months, but they already had a big client base, and we find a way to cooperate, and we bought the franchise for really cheap. Like we paid nothing, um, and after a few months, we became a biggest company in our city. And actually, for now, our this franchise company is one of the biggest in our country, because they have a lot of cities. So yeah, so we decided a strategy, something like to buy a country franchise and cooperation with unknown, as I might say, escape room. It not is unknown escape room, unknown brand, but the escape room should be a really high quality. Don't forget about that, because I think anytime you are starting any business or any other project, you should think that you should make it really high quality. Don't think in other way. Okay, and oh yeah, I forgot the minuses here. So this small company, like small brand, but already existed escape rooms, they could give you client base, but the minus that they are not giving you the experience of business processes, like all that materials, all that stuff. So in that case, you will be the one with that partner. So you will have to do all that stuff from the start. So you will have to create your own ideas about advertising, about how to work with game masters, how to work, how to build, how to make everything. Yeah, of course you can find someone to give you advices, um, but you will not get it in the package right now as it is. And the final point here, final variant, is not to buy a franchise. So here, um, if you didn't find anyone like you liked in your city, not such a quality that you wanted, and you understood my logic about not to buy a big brand in the city on the other continent, because I don't see the sense in that. So you might do like everything on your own without a franchise. But here, as I recommend from the previous point, to get as much as wide advices as you can, and that you might get from the different service companies, also such as ours, about how to make these all these business processes. So yes, because it is also the important part, because you might make a lot of mistakes which will cost you a lot of money, and it's better to find someone who will give you advices. So and here, this is just as a small advertising about our company. We have, I should not say that it is a book, but during our life in this field of business, we wrote different articles about how to write a good scenario. Actually, you can find the free webinar about that. What kind of investment costs might be in the business escape room, in the escape room business. What I don't know, how to use your employees, how to make decorations, and all that stuff. So we wrote a lot of articles, and at one moment we decided that we can just connect them in one place, and it will be some kind of a book. And for now, it is really a big file with, I don't know, like 150 pages of our experience about the escape room business. So yeah, I might say that it is a little book. And now we are making it in different languages, and for all the participants who are free to talk with me and wanted to get some advices and wanted just to understand where to start, I'm free to give you 3 chapters of this our material just for free. Actually, yeah. And first 3 chapters is the main things in the escape room business: investment costs, what are they like, what might be the amount, and how to write a good scenario. So, and actually, yeah, about this one, the third one, you can find the free webinar on our YouTube channel. So don't forget to find it, and you will see that to write a good scenario, not a really easy work. Okay, so that was about the last point without a franchise, but with good builders, which might do a lot of work for you and tell you what to do better, what way to choose. Okay, so that was all about the franchise. So I hope you get my idea. What about that? And how to. So I not might say that there is a um, one solution like to choose this franchise or to choose a company partner or to forget about them and make everything by yourself. There are different cases in different cities and different countries, so you should make a research first of all and understand what pluses you have, what minuses, and what you are ready to do, to give, because a lot of someone are ready to give, to invest a lot of money and do nothing. Like, okay, just give me a brand, give me materials, make a website for me, build everything, here's money, make me a business. But some of our partners wanted to make something on their own. They wanted to invest their time on that. So it depends on many cases. So I just might give you some advices here. Okay, so the second part, how to choose builders. First of all, yeah, I said about that. You have to create a high quality escape room. When you have any project, it's not only about building the escape room, any project. Because build a high quality escape room is such different and a hard task. So, and what's the final of this challenge? I don't know. When people will start to visit your game, or when you will get first positive feedback, or when you will get 100 positive feedbacks and no negative feedbacks, or where is it? But anyway, not about that. When you have a hard challenge, try to divide it on a small tasks, which you might do in I don't know, the the sizes might be really different. It depends on the project, but still, if you have a challenge, it might be on your work for a whole day. Try to divide it on some small tasks for hours, because it's really cool when you point that you've done something which finally leads to the full result. And same here. So you want to create a high quality escape room. What the escape room creation consists of? It consists of idea, scenario, electronics, props. So we just divided on like small, the whole big project, we divided on the small projects. What we have to do to start our escape room business. Okay, so let's talk about them separately. Idea. So first of all, you have to think about what kind of escape room will you have, what format, because now in different countries, if we're talking, because in some countries for now the classical escape rooms, which is one or two room, are not interested yet, so they need some performances, role games, or games in imagination, or with animators in abandoned buildings, and it's all about that. So a lot of formats and so on. Or still, if it is a classical one, should it be a horror one? Should it be a detective? Should it be a fantasy or something like that? What is the target audience? So if you are doing the kids escape room, this is like totally complete different situation. It's like other business model actually. We have experience in building kids escape room. Or you're doing that for someone who likes horrors, so your company will be just as about scary and frightened these escape rooms. Or you're doing some creative with comedy format and all that stuff, just fantasy about the films, about the, I don't know, anything. So you have to get an idea, and actually this is the first point of how to choose builders, contractors. But this idea also, your contractors and builders might only advise you something, but they will not tell you like do just this one and and nothing else, because the idea is the thing that you should love, and if you got this idea inside you, you're living with it, and you will make it cool. If you don't like it, it won't be cool anyway. So and in this case, after you choose the idea, it's going, what is the main feature, like what is the main cool thing in your escape room. uh, this is the exactly question which leads to why will you get the clients. So because like if there are 10 horror games in your city, why your horror game will be the coolest one, the scariest one? What is the feature? What is the thing that players will came out of the game and they will be excited about? I just did that in the escape room, or I just exited the coffins. I just ceiling was going down, and I just exited the escape room. Then it was like this high, and something like that. So this is just the ideas that we did, and so on. This is first thing that you should think about. Not exactly about your business, but exactly about the escape room, about the idea. Scenario. So here we are talking about exactly how to choose builders. So here you have a few points. First of all, you can write the scenario by yourself, ask your friend to help you, ask your mother-in-law, ask your aunt, I don't know, anyone. But here we are not recommending that for 84 reasons. That's some kind of a joke. I hope you understand. But still, we don't recommend to do that at all. So because even if you've been to 20 escape rooms and you are thinking that you are a big expert in that, that might not be it, because there are so many little tricks in that that you might not know. How to write a story in the game, how to place the puzzles, like the amount of easy, simple puzzles should be in the beginning, and what the final wow effect combination should be at the end. How many storylines and how many parallel puzzle lines should be at the game at one moment, and all that stuff. So there are a lot of things that even if you're playing escape rooms and even if you're played a lot, you might not get them because they're coming from the experience, coming from tests. Because in some games we are writing scenario, making test groups. Actually, we are doing it every time, and we are editing the scenario, editing the games because we finding something, some some ideas more, and changing all that stuff. Even that we've already finished more than 200 projects, so we wrote such amount of scenarios, a lot. So this is the first point. We're not recommending that. Second one, professional scenario writers. It is better, but I will be honest with you. We don't like that because there is actually one really big minus of that. There is actually some kind of big companies that are writing the scenarios and providing it to escape room owners, but and they wrote like more than 100 scenarios, and they have experience, and they know all the theory about how to write a good scenario. But there is one small thing: they never realized this what they written by themselves. So they don't know the cost of what they are writing. They don't know even if it is possible to make or not, and this is might be for you a really big problem. So we discussed that a lot in our free webinar about the scenario, and I made the example that they might have a really cool idea like the aliens theme, and there's got to be a UFO flying in the center of a room. Cool, great, but still, how will you do this UFO? How much it will cost you? They're not thinking about that. Their idea is just to write some cool stuff which will be which you liked at first, but then when you will give them the money and they will start to write another scenario for another company, you will just sit there and for months will think how to do that stuff that they're written. So yeah, even they're not giving you the cost of what they wrote in that scenario. So yeah, this is about the professional scenario writers. The third variant in the franchise package. Here I might say that this is a possible one. This is actually a good variant because the scenarios from the franchise packages, they are already built somewhere in other cities, so you might get much more materials than from any other companies which are writing scenario from the start, from the zero, because in that case you have might ask for the video walkthrough, the photos, concept design, all that stuff from the escape room which is already existed. But there are a few moments that first of all that might be outdated, like it is the escape room which is built like 3 years ago, and if you are located in New York and to buy, there are escape rooms of really high quality, and to buy some scenario which is 3 years ago, it's not a good idea. This is the first, and the second thing is different companies doing that on their own, but then you're getting something in the package. There are no possibility to edit it. Like you're taking the package and that's all you get. And you will get a scenario which is already existed, but for example, it is for 2 rooms, for 3 rooms game, and it looks like a square, yeah. And your exact place which you found for your business is for that escape room is 2 rooms, and it is it's triangle. I don't know, it's a form of triangle. So in that case, you will have to make some editing of this scenario, make editing in the rooms, in the story, in the puzzles. And if you're getting something in the package, they will not give you all that stuff additionally, so you will have to pay for that still. So yeah, in that case, we recommend universal contractors that are providing you scenarios and puzzles, electronics, props, and all this stuff. Because if you're buying the scenario for them, there are some pluses here that you might buy also the escape room, which is already existed. So you might get a lot of materials here because they're working on that, and every time you might get the new scenario. You might write a new scenario like as only for you, and the difference from the professional scenario, just the scenario writers here, is that they will tell you how much it will cost and how to do that, because like it's an example of our company. We are providing a scenario which we will build after that. So when we write scenario, we are thinking about how to do each puzzle, how to do each prop, how much it will cost for our partner, and so on. And actually, for what is the difference between just a professional scenario writer and such companies as ours, service companies? We have the same professional scenario writers, but they're sitting next to designers which are drawing the puzzles and the visualization of the escape rooms after they wrote the scenario. They're sitting next to technicians and discussing each puzzle, and might get the cost at the time of writing scenario. We might know, we might get the price of what it will cost for our partner, and I don't know. And also they're sitting next to guys who are making the props. So like different four different kinds of people sitting in one place and discussing not just the scenario, not just this instruction. They're discussing the whole project and how it will be created at next. So this is why we recommend it, because it consists of pluses we mentioned before. But yeah, this is what I recommend for you. Mm-hmm. The next one, how to choose builders for electronics. Here's the same situation about the as for the scenarios. I missed one thing that that choose as responsibly as a franchise. So the same thing, the same questions actually, which you used for the franchise companies. So ask as many as you can and more specific questions. How will you do that? What should I? Make me a list of props which you will provide. Make me a list of props and electronics which I should buy. What will I do? The terms, all that stuff. So everything. You should ask everything because it's really important. So and about the electronics. So I think we will not lose a lot of time here. Oh no, I need to tell a little bit more. So first point, again, you or your neighbor or your father, I don't know, someone engineer. Again, not recommended because we had such a situation, also such a case when our just guys from our franchise company, we offered them our service, but they decided to make on their own, and they just did that not in 2 months, which is usual for making maybe 2 to 4 months to build an escape room with the service company. They built the escape room for they were building it for 1 year, and at the end they were just lost all their physical and emotions powers, so that after a few months they closed it and forget about that, because they just it's the same, just like to write a scenario, it's some kind of art work. No, you might not write a good scenario on your own, but still, for making the electronics, it's some kind of a professional stuff. You have to have some education in that. You have to have some instruments, some experience in that. That this might not work and so all that stuff. And to make it on your own, don't think about that. Never. Prepare puzzles. This is actually might be a good one. There is a lot of companies, a lot of websites which are providing separate puzzles, and there might be a really good high quality. There is one point which I don't like in that situation is in that case that this puzzle will be separate. We like to see the project like one like as one. So all our puzzles, for example, are connected with one software, and from the beginning of this puzzle, like I don't know, simple puzzle to put some cups from Starbucks, which we were talking before, on the right place on the table. So you're putting it on the table, and there should be a door opened, there should be light turned off, music changes, I don't know, smoke machine, put some smoke in the room, anything else. And the next puzzle activated. So when you are buying separate puzzles, it is commonly one function, like you put the cup on the table, magnetic lock opens, so the door opens, and it is hard to add all these effects in one. So because you will have to do the system, and it is hard to do the system from the separate puzzles. But our how we work, we are providing the system of electronics, like every puzzle connected, and after each action we should do anything in the escape room, with light, with music, with smoke machines, with other puzzles, and so on. So that's only the reason. But actually, if you want to try, oh yeah, one more reason not to buy separate puzzles is that people are thinking that they will write a good scenario, like I will buy these 20 puzzles and it will be a good escape room. Then you are buying separate puzzles with no idea, with no scenario. Actually, it is not a game. It's not the escape room as it is. It is just a set of puzzles. It is just, for me, it is just as sitting at the table and solving puzzles or counting something. Something like that. But the escape room, for me, should be such a emotional atmosphere game, which is consists of story, and all the puzzles should be in that story, in the logic, and all that stuff. And to make that, you should. It's hard to buy separate puzzles and put them in one logic and story. So just that. Okay, props. For props, it is to find the builders for props is the same situation about the we told about the electronic stuff and the scenario. Just one thing I should add here, and it is that you should ask more about the visual. So concept photos, walkthrough videos, photos of these props, anything you could see with your eyes, because it's really important. And one more thing, be creative. So I just found this picture, wanted to show you. It's like the most easiest and frightening thing in the horror. So which might be you're opening the door from other side, this metal cup just with a few spoons falling down, making a lot of noise. Such a like free wow effect for your room. So some kind of be creative in props. Add props. It is connected with decorations. We'll talk about a little bit later. So it is what the stuff which is putting the players into the atmosphere. And as I told you before, right now, um, for me, escape room, it is a game, it is an atmosphere, it is some kind of story. And when you're playing, I don't know, if you're playing a bank robbery, it should be a bank robbery. If you're playing the horror, it should be horror. So be creative in that part. Okay, building. A little bit other parts. So the electronic props scenario stuff was about then you might order somewhere, yeah, to buy all that stuff came to your place. But building, by building I mean all that stuff, if walls, wallpapers, ceiling, floor, and all that stuff. So first of all, it is always better to find someone which you heard the feedback about. So yeah, just to find. Actually, this is for all the companies, but with the builders, it is the most important because if you liked someone's, I don't know, decor, even at his house, ask him who built his house. I don't know. And ask for feedback every time. Second thing that might be useful here is to make a design project. Design project is a document which has all the plans, all the visualization of all the rooms, all the walls. So before you will start any work in your place, you might see what it should look at the end. And it is a better way to give that document to the workers and to just compare what are they doing, so they will just use it as an instruction how to do that. So design project is really important. So if you have questions about that, or if you don't know how it might look like, just send me a mail. I will send you some kind of an example. Sign the contract. There are a lot of situations, I don't know. Actually, I was thinking first that it is common for our country, but no. I have cases, I don't know, for in US, in Germany. Our partners had such an engineer or worker who is who was building the project that, like, I don't know, working with electronics, also parts. And there were no contract. He was such a friend, and he were doing something. But after a month, he had good offer from his, I don't know, job or somewhere, and just left to another city. And this happens not just once. This is true story, and it happens always. That such partnership is not good. So he might left, and you will not see him at all. So sign the contract, sign the deadlines. So there should be there should be deadlines. Remember about that stuff. We just divided the whole project of building the escape room into the parts of scenario, building, props, electronics, and all that stuff. So you can take each of these parts and divide the building, like to make the floor, to make the walls, to make the wallpapers, to make the ceiling, I don't know, to make the furniture, all that stuff. So also divided by a few tasks. And one more advice here is to visit your place every day. So better than you, nobody will do that. So visit your location, check if everything is all right. Because, for example, these workers might, I don't know, put the cement on the floor and will just sit on the couch and waiting for it to dry. But actually, at that moment, they could do something in other room. I don't know, do the walls, all that stuff, and but they will sit and just lose their time. And if you will be there, you might get rid of that kind of situations. That's just a simple, stupid but life example. Okay, so more than 1 hour. Okay, we have a few more information. I'll be quick, not to make this video too long. Okay, electronic installation. Here is all the stuff which is connected with electronics, and still I have to add one more advice that then you decided to make a company of the escape rooms and make the high-tech escape rooms. You should have technicians around who will be support for your business. Because if you play the escape rooms, you know that on the emotions in the game, players might ruin everything, like ruin the furniture, ruin the puzzles, everything. They might just take the picture from the wall, even if it is on the nails, and disconnect all the wires, ruin all your puzzle. So there should be a guy who is ready to, at any time of the day, will be on your location and to fix it. So to connect wires and to put the picture on the right place, to fix the furniture, to fix anything players broke down. So, and in that case, it is really connected with the installation, because even if in our case, when we are doing installation, there are two options. We might do the installation by ourselves to come there and do the installation, or we can do it by online, just giving the advices, providing all the schemes. And at both of the variants, we strongly recommend for you to have technician, which will be such a support in the future, and we will just how to not learn. We will give him all these instruments. We will tell him what is the each wire which goes to, and all that stuff. So on your place should be someone who knows like everything, how it works. So because if it will be broken, he need to be quick to fix it. So because in some stuff we could actually we could help you at any time, but still sometimes it is hard to find. I don't know, like one wire was broken somewhere in the room, and if you don't have an indication of the electrician for you, it will be harder to to understand where to find this disconnection, some kind of that stuff. So during the installation, find the guy who will be your support in the future. Decorations. That is a part which is connected with props, in my opinion. I'm putting here for the decorations all the stuff like props is also the decorations, furniture, how it's like how your escape room will be looked at the end. So don't forget about that. Don't give up on it. Don't give up. I mean, as I told you, if it is a bank robbery, then it should be bank. Should be a lot of safes. There should be a wall door. There should be money on the safes and something like that. So if it is, I don't know, Egyptian theme, so it should be Egyptian theme. So I hope you understand that I'm saying. So, and think about it in advance. So because it is often then escape room owners just thinking about other stuff, and they forget just to about the wastes of decorations, all the stuff that I need to buy, not just a simple table, because if it is a Egyptian theme, there should be no tables. There should be, I don't know, some kind of other stuff. Yeah, and something like that. Or even, so don't forget about that. Because it is the last part of making your escape room like atmosphere and beautiful. And if you will just be out of money by that moment, you might have a good scenario, you might have a good electronics, maybe some props, but if your rooms will be just empty with no furniture, with no decorations, it will be set of puzzles. Not a game, atmosphere game. Website. Yeah, we're just finishing about that. How to choose the contractors for not builders here, contractors for the website. I think for now, if you are choosing the franchise, it is not your problem. So you have already prepared site and so on. If you're starting on your own, you will have a hard way here. So, and I would recommend you to not to start like everything from the zero, because yeah, by that moment in modern world there are a lot of escape room companies, there are a lot of service companies, and also there are a lot of service companies like IT companies which did like so many websites for exactly for escape rooms. So it will cost you not like a lot of dollars to build it from the zero. You might find the service company which is already did the website for the escape room. So and they will do the website for you for a lower price, and they will do it faster. So I think that's okay. Then the market is not in the beginning, but now market is already some kind of developing really fast. And don't forget about the CRM system. That means don't forget about booking system, because if you have a button on your website to book the game on the exact date, exact time, it is much more convertive, much more possibility that you will have these clients. If you're having just a number and people need to phone to, they will call you. You will try to check in your calendar what is the free place for that team. It is such a not a for clients, it is showing that you are not such a high quality company. And the CRM system, it is helping you at the future to collect all the client base, which we were talking at the beginning, to collect their phones, mails, and all that stuff, to make a lot of stuff. Just believe me, read about the CRM system, about the booking, how to use that. It is in modern world, it is a necessary thing. Okay, and the last thing I think about how to choose the contractors, promotion. Oh, it's the hard one, because we've tried so many, and every time we are like not just not happy, but we find the minuses. Someone's better, someone's not. In some kind of a lot of such cases, we did the promotions by ourselves. So we know how to make the Facebook ads, how to make Google AdWords, and all that stuff. So we tried it a lot by ourselves, found a lot of contractors, so have a lot of experience in that. Um, Advices that I might give here is try different channels and check the effectiveness. So every time you're doing something, count it in numbers. So like not just this guy is good and this one make the advertisement bad, like because this one gave me 5 clients and this one gave me 2 clients, but maybe you gave this one $1,000 and he gave you 5 clients, and for this one you gave $50 and he gave you 2 clients. Of course, this one, even if he gave you just 2 clients, is much better in the effectiveness. So find different channels, find different contractors. So trying new creative ideas, and look at our one of the previous webinars about the marketing. So we will do that also. in the future, because the marketing thing is, which is a lot of discuss also. So about all the contractors at the end, the main conclusions. Uh, yeah, I've never talked about that, but ask those who already built an escape room. So it is like you're trying to find some workers to build the walls, and you're finding it through the feedbacks. But it is still will be better if this exact worker had an experience of doing the exact escape rooms, because if he did previously just, I don't know, houses just to live in, it is a little bit different than to make an escape room. So but if he had an experience of escape rooms building, it's better. So and don't be shy to ask other escape room owners, actually in your city, about the workers. So they might be competitive and not give you once, but some of them will might give you. So yeah, look at the work experience. So and feedback. It's okay. The next one is about the agreement, about the contract, and making the deadlines. So actually, about the deadlines, the same story about that. If you're then you have a big project divided in a few tasks and make a deadline for each task. So it will be easier for you to understand that I have to finish this scenario like tomorrow at Monday. So I will start electronic doing on Tuesday. From Tuesday, I will do it for 2 weeks, for example. So and from that calendar plan, you will have the vision of your whole project. So it will be the whole project by divided on the tasks, and you will see all the plan, all the terms, dates, and the exact date which you have to finish your project. So yeah, and about the contractors, if they did not complete the first deadline, then start to find a new contractors, because it's such a bad thing that they might say, yes, I will be a little bit faster tomorrow and I will finish that, but actually at real life, tomorrow will be even more. They will lose more time, so when your project will be lost. So yeah, and there's a final, not a conclusion, a final point. We can help you in any of these questions, in any of these offers. So about the scenario, electronics, props, decorations, ask me. We can help you. Our company is doing that actually. Oops, that was the wrong slide. Sorry, from the previous webinar. And yeah, I wanted to give you an honest exchange. This is not exactly about just this webinar. So if you are looking at this video at this exact moment, I'm asking you, if you just saw some of our webinars and you liked it, send us a video review. It will be really useful. So we get a lot of reviews on our Russian language webinars. And now I'm doing it is for the English-speaking auditorium, and yeah, this is my 6th webinar, and I need somehow feedback. So, what themes did you like? Which not? What is good? What is bad? Maybe we should do it in other time. Maybe less time. Maybe more. I don't know. Maybe it should be for one day webinar, something like that. So, and for those of you who will send us some kind of a feedback or video review. I will give 1 hour of personal consultation for free. In that consultation, we might look at your, I don't know, website. We might look at your scenario and find something that I'll give you advices. And yeah, so that kind of a consultation, we will have a talk. So one more thing I have to say. If you're looking at this video, then I hope that you like escape rooms. There you are doing it, and there are 2 big conferences have to be this year. Which are we going to visit? In the Netherlands one in May, and one in July in US. So we are going to be there, and if you have any questions or I don't know, ideas, partnerships, offers for our company, or if you want to order something from us, you might order it and we will bring it there, for example, or just we'll meet there. I will be really happy to see you all and have a lot of friends in that field of business, because escape room community, in my opinion, coming bigger every day. So yeah, and also in that case, our next webinar will be on 4th of the March, and let's choose the theme together. So because I've made such a different themes before, like marketing, electronics, scenario. Today's really common theme, like for those who just wanted to start, don't know where to start. So yeah, make a video review for our company, and write the themes which you'd like to discuss on our webinars. So I think that's all for today. Thank you for looking at us. Thank you for participating. So is there any questions? No? Okay, so thank you all for participation. Thank you for your attention. Bye bye. That's all for today.